What's up, everybody? Flames88 here, playing GRIS, or GRIS, but I have seen 10 minutes of the film GRIS, and that was enough for me, so I'm going to say GRIS. That's my preference. Yeah, this is an interesting, fun one. You might notice that the continue option is the first option available to me, and that new game is not the default. I should explain why I'm a little bit salty before I start the game. I'm not salty at the game. But what happened with this game is I was really excited to go into it completely blind, because I had just heard it's a very pretty, very cool, very neat game, but I knew pretty much nothing else about it. And so I hit the record button, I hit the record microphone audio button thingy, and I played through about half of the game, and then I found out that my microphone, for no specific reason, just stopped recording 2 minutes into it. So I just lost all of that commentary. Which I'm sure for some of you would have been a relief not to have to hear me, but I would like to hear my own voice. So that was several months ago, because I was trying to figure out, okay, do I replay that chunk of the game just as is? Do I dub over the recording I already have? Because the game recording was perfectly fine. Do I bring in a co-host to do so that I get someone's first reaction to this? Or do I just distract myself until the salt slightly goes away? And even though it won't be my first time playing this, my gut reactions to things will still be a little bit more genuine, since it's been some time and I don't remember very many details because I don't have very good memory. So this is not for the first couple hours of the game. It's a very short game. I'm actually planning on recording the whole thing in one session, if howlongtobeat.com can be trusted, which it usually can. Yeah, for about the first half of the game I have played through, but it's been enough time has passed that it should still feel kind of fresh. Regardless, let's go ahead and start a new game. And yes, I would like to erase current progress. It's a really strong opening. It's a very pretty game. I have not forgotten that, but it's worth saying out loud. This game's really cool, guys. It's just very cool. It's very pretty to look at. And it's very nice to listen to. Like, I'll be real with you, there's not like an incredibly complex plot. We'll get like bits and pieces of kind of what the deal is. But like, I don't have a ton of context, even having played half the game so far. And I'm tearing up watching this. It's just very pretty and very cool. It's also interesting because I don't know a ton about Devolver. I associate them with like good games and fun games, but like usually kind of goofier games. I can't even actually list many examples, but that's the vibe I get. I've seen a Devolver conference where they went all in on like wackiness, So this was just surprising to me to see it was published by Devolver. They didn't develop it, but they published it. I don't know if they do their own development or if they're only publishers, but Devolver has a pretty good track record, I believe. I will say, the fact that I am playing through this second time means I don't have to go all the way to the left to see how far I can go. I can't go far, but because she's walking slowly currently, it would just be a waste of my time if I did that again. I can confirm there's nothing to the left, except like a little bit of rubble, but nothing I can interact with. But yes, here we are. Playing GRIS. God, this game's art style is just absolutely fantastic. I forgot about the little dragonfly guys. The kind of like pencil-y outlines and then watercolor, color. It's just absolutely fantastic. That being said, you may have noticed, aside from her hair, not a lot of color on screen right now, which is a contrast to the intro. Okay, now I can move normally. Gotta get the emotional first thing gameplay. It's also really funny. It wasn't until I hit the menu screen today that I realized both GRIS and the previous game I played on the Switch, Signalis, are stylized to be in all caps. Their title is all caps, which is like not an incredibly interesting trivia fact, but it is also just funny playing this again. I'm realizing that like my first thought seeing this character design is, oh, she's got them Signalis legs. She's got the little skinny legs that just come down to the tiny little points. And I don't know, it's just very funny that there's just like very specific weird things where, if I had a nickel, it's weird that it happened twice, things regarding Signalis and GRIS. But yeah, this game's very pretty. It's very, very heckin' pretty. Hey, little guys. So yeah, creeped me out the very first time I saw them, but I've grown to love there's just these little kind of hermit crab creatures. I think, I don't know if it's been confirmed. My interpretation is that they're like little tiny crabs, and then they carry the rocks on their backs. But yeah, you just find the little guys crawling around, and I love them. Lots of, not lots, but a good selection of critters in this game, from what I remember. The other thing is, I don't know if it means any extra content, but there's... forget what I was about to say. There are little extra orbs that are like bonus objectives, and I know for a fact that I did not get all of them on my first go-around, but I'm going to see how many I can get this time. Probably not all. But yeah, this little guy, look at this little guy. This is actually a plot-relevant one. But there are some side quest orbs as well. Another thing, I did some experimenting the first time I played, and I forgot to do it this time. It's worth noting. My A button has our character do a little bit of an inhale, and she can't really say anything. B is jump. So, in case that opening cutscene wasn't clear, it appears she has lost her voice. Despite having a very beautiful singing voice, she cannot do that at the moment. Spoilers, that might be a secret plot hook that will affect us later. I already forgot which way is side content versus progress. I'm assuming continuing going to the right is progress. Look at this big old guy. Big tall guy. Oh, no, I can't get over there right now. In fact, do I go up? Yes. Okay, so... Actually, well, if it lets me. Okay, there we go. Like I said, don't know which way is progress. But I'm going to see... I'm going to make an effort to collect some of the side content. That was for nothing. That was all for nothing. Like I said, I don't know if it gives me anything extra in terms of story or... I keep calling it content. It's literally just like how many orbs can you collect. You don't need to get all of them. You only need to get a certain amount, but you can try to get all of them if you want. I'm going to try to get as many orbs as I can. That's the takeaway here. The big glowy ones with the aura, I know, are pretty... those are the ones that you usually need to get, I believe, because you can make a little... usually... Oh, I need 3. I only have 2 so far. So let's not spoil that. But yeah, we need some more dots. Fuck, I forgot about that thing. Whatever the fuck it is. The nope thing. That's what I remembered. Yeah, it was a nope. And now enough time has passed that I feel less bad about spoiling nope. But man, that's sure a nope monster right there, isn't it? God. Terrifying. I love it. Alright, so yeah, so there's a little bit of a bridge, and we have enough dots to form said bridge, and now we can walk across it. Very cool. And it makes little musical noises. Okay, so that's the dot I needed to progress further. I am curious if I can drop down here to get that dot I saw earlier. Yes. Or wait, is this a... I forget what's... I forget if that's a... If that's side quest or main quest. Probably not main quest. But that animation was a bigger boom than I expected from a... Doesn't matter. I got it. I got cool content. Unlocking cool things. I heard if you collect them all, you get a one of those like foam fingers that has infinite ammo. That was a sick Dead Space reference for all you Dead Space fans. I hope there are Dead Space fans out there. Dead Space is fantastic. Red, a color has been brought back. This game's really cool, guys. So yeah, the plot, as far as I can tell, is to restore color to the world, which is fucking metal. It's awesome. And, you know, I don't remember if this is a consistent thing, but up until now we've pretty much only had piano since the opening cutscene, and we put in some strings there as soon as we got the color red back. I'm going to be keeping an ear out to see if the instrumentation continues to get more complex as we go. It's going to be great, guys. This game's awesome. Okay, so this... we are reaching the hub area, I think, but I'm forgetting... Okay. So this is the... Oh, it won't let me pass? Interesting. But you see we got one glowy thing, but there's one that's not glowy. So that means we missed one side ore, but I think I can come back there later and see if I can get some other stuff. But yeah, we have this cool Deadly Premonition tree right in the middle here. And... we have returned our orbs. Very cool. I'm paranoid. I'm going to check that all the recording is going well. Not only are the two that usually work properly working, even the microphone's working well. My microphone is very finicky, but it's working well at the moment. That's nice. So let me double check. I went there the first time just because it seemed right. I'm curious if I'm allowed to go in different orders. Because we actually have a kind of... yeah, I think for now I do have to go that way. But yeah, we have this kind of central hub area, and we're going to start going off into branches like we're in a Super Mario... going to say Super Mario Worlds, but that is the title of a game that is not in the style that I'm actually thinking of. A Super Mario standard game such as 64 or Sunshine or Galaxy. Not Odyssey, actually. Odyssey has the blimp, but there's not really a hub world for you to explore. To my memory, it's been a while since I played Odyssey, but pretty sure you just get the blimp. But yes, we have I think I can even jump. Yeah, I have a little bit of control here, but we are heading on down. God, and the sunrise, sunset, it's unclear, but it's so beautiful. God, this game's great. Game's really cool. And we're back, and we can't take fall damage. That's a positive thing. Okay, that's an actual. That's not a foreground rock. That is a main ground rock. Is that... Does that read... There's obviously the background that the character's not a part of. Usually in games, I think foreground refers to where the character is, but what do you call the layer that's in front of that? Would that not automatically be the foreground and thus put your character in... I don't know, the mid-ground? I don't know. All you ground fanatics out there, hit me up, let me know. Cutscene time, not me. God, this game's so good. Oh, I am really like into story-heavy games and games with like really cool, complex characters. But sometimes, if you just have a really strong visual style and really strong sound design, which I would say includes music, sometimes that's enough. Like, the gameplay of this is good. What little story we do get is still pretty interesting. But, like, both of those things fairly minimal, and I don't care because the art style and the sound design are both so fucking on point. It's fantastic. Sometimes you get all three, and you get Signalis, and it's no offense to GRIS, Signalis is going to be in my top 10 games for maybe the rest of my life. I fucking love that game to death. But even just two of those three is enough to make your game fantastic, as shown by this. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the game I'll be like, that was... The second half sure got disappointing, but again, I played through about half the game, and it was I was feeling that way through the entire run of it. So, very excited to get back in it. There's also, not to keep bringing it back to Signalis, but in terms of like physical space, I was sliding down those dunes for a while, and now we have these massive pyramids in the background. Here we are in like Windmill Town. And spoilers, we'll be getting back to that hub world eventually, and I don't know... Oh yeah, I forgot about the spooky organ. I don't know if the physical space makes sense in terms of how we get back to the hub world. So maybe there's some space bendy stuff as well. But yeah, we have... I get kind of... Another thing I was going to say is I get kind of Inside vibes from this, the indie game Inside. And that is a feeling that is also... There's certain details of it that are also remind me of Inside, including this thing where you need to take cover from big shockwaves. Now, you don't die if you get hit by the shockwave in this, like you do in Inside, but the fans kind of give you warning that there's a little sandstorm on the way, and then this music gets really spooky and creepy, and you get blown away if you're not taking shelter. But as long as you're in shelter, you're okay. Which I always thought was pretty cool. And the like swirly smoke design in the foreground, which again is separate from the midground. I've just decided it's called the midground now. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, that was not a plot dot. I thought that was a plot dot, but it was not. Not a plot dot on hop on pop. the spooky choir too. It is very funny. Like, it's terrifying the first time it happens, but again, as I've said, not a lot of like intense consequences to getting caught in the storm. So it's very funny that the music is so over dramatic about it. Hey, little guys! Look at these little crab guys. In fact, getting caught in the storm there might have actually been useful, because I think it just blows me to the left no matter what. And now that I've gotten this dot, going left fast would actually be very useful. But alas, we don't want to get swept up, and we don't have to. And now we have enough dots to make a bridge. So yeah, you drop off your dots whenever you go to the hub world, which is why we needed to collect more this time around, because our last dots went up into the sky, and it was very cute and nice, but it took away our cool constellation bridges. I wonder if I can slide down there to get somewhere. Oh, I don't need to, though. I could just go back there. Aw, shit! I remember, the more I played, the more I realized that, like, oh, there is a giant one of these things at some point, but I forgot it was this early. Look at us go. Alright, we got that dot, and then I think we gotta speed it up to get up here before he chooses to turn back around. Or maybe he doesn't turn around at all. Maybe he's happy to leave us on our way. What a friendly, nice little, polite gentleman. Terrifying, but polite and friendly. Ooh, there's a guy. Oh, I know. I'm not going to do anything about that right now. Oh, it doesn't even blow you. Okay, it does. Okay, it does. It definitely does blow you back. Our character there held out strong for the first few seconds there. I was like, oh, does it just put you in place? But no, definitely do get blown back. This music's very good because it's like, it's understated, but it is still very good music, you know? The organ and evil choir, not understated. I would not use that description. But the kind of piano background music is very understated, but very cool. Hell yeah. Alright, so last big, like, I would say gameplay element is the fact that in every little section we get a new power, and this one is just become a is it Thwomp or Thwomp? I want to say Thwomp because it's more fun to say Thwomp, but I don't remember which one is which. From Mario, the big blocky guys, but not the slabs. The slab I want to say is a Womp, and the block is a Thwomp. But yes, we can now activate our ferrochemical powers and become very heavy very suddenly, and that makes it so we don't sweep away in the wind. Look at that. We can even move forward, albeit very slowly. But yeah, we have found our new weapon in the tool against the storm. This game's very good. I like it quite a bit. Look at her go. It's also very, like, when you first see it, it's kind of an interesting thing to be like, clearly her limbs are very... Oh, I forgot, once you get far enough in the level, it just stays. Because it wants to make... God, I forgot there's cool statues and stuff! Oh, but she's sad. And we also know our character is on a big Steven Universe statue to begin with. So whether or not these are all kind of to the same deity or different people is a little unclear. But, God, the music just keys you in that, like, this was a place of importance and it started to fall into ruin. This game's very good. But yeah, when you first see the character, it's like her limbs are very small, So it's kind of interesting to... is this progress? I'll go a little bit further. I thought this was side content, but it might be progress. Her limbs are so skinny that it's like, why is she... why does she have such a big, like, flowing coat? A flowing coat. It makes her look thick. But once you start to get the powers and the power, like, her cloak becomes the block. That's why it's like that. So the character design choice... Oh, whoops. Did I activate that by hitting the thing? Interesting. The character design choice to have her have kind of a thick cloak despite being pretty like stick figure-esque underneath it. Makes sense once you get to see your powers. All right, I think that's why all this is over here, is for that one dot. I don't think there's more happening this way. Yeah, okay, cool. So that was the correct choice in terms of me trying to complete as much of the game as possible. In fact, I think I might... Challenges. Okay. Just that's all there is to that. I have done one color, and that's one of the challenges of the game. But I imagine the more dots you get, the more challenges you complete, and that's a positive thing. Alright, now we can head back to... the reason I kept going is I remember thinking, oh, well, clearly going to the right is progress. So I'll explore this thing first. And then I just continued into the level. I was like, oh, wait, no, I wanted to explore more. So, but we do this, and we do it again, and we do it maybe one more time, and we head on downwards. This game's very cool. Do I keep bringing it? Okay, it's been some time. Oh, yeah, we just keep on going. Oh, and now I'm remembering we're about to meet some more critters, I think. Yeah. I'll be real, I remember the visuals of this. Remember very little of how this works. But we have some moths. And if we break the vases, we get more moths. A lot of sad... woman statues. I'm curious if the further we get into the game, if we'll start seeing happier statues and like the statues are reflective of the world around us. Who's to say? I don't know. I've only played through half the game and I wasn't paying much attention to the statues the first time. But now I'm curious. This is a very big area, however. Oh, word. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I can go up here? That, I feel bad about that. So, this happens when you break enough things, but the first time I just broke vases. And this just eventually happened. I feel way worse that I broke a statue. I don't like that I did that. I was doing it for the sake of, I wonder if this will happen, and sure did, and I feel sad. You ever do that where you don't expect a thing to happen, but you're curious about it, and then as soon as you try it, you go, oh no. Because also, all of the moths gathering definitely feels like a bad thing at first, but no, it gave us progress. It got us out of the cave. And now we get the fans. I do remember the fans a bit. Okay, that's my progress. Yeah, I will say we had a slight advantage of me having played before in that I feel slightly fresh in terms of, ooh, here's a cool thing I want to talk about. But in terms of, oh, damn it. In terms of getting stuck on any puzzles, I will, if I do get stuck, it will likely be for a shorter period of time because I have done these first few levels already. I do remember there's one, it's not really a puzzle, but this is a thing of like, there's one coming up of, I will definitely do it faster this second time than I did the first time. On account of reasons that will become clear. I love again, it's kind of creepy and eerie, but I love this idea of these fans like reacting to the fact that I'm nearby. Is it mechanical? Are the fans sentient in some way? It's unclear. Okay, so yeah, in terms of, again, feeling bad about things, I can definitely break some of these cool statues. I don't even want to risk it, but I don't think I can hurt the little crab guys. I might be able to, like, make them stand still. In fact, I might have to do that in a second here. But I don't think I can hurt them, which is a positive thing. Oh. This game's very cool. I like it a lot. I wonder if that's a challenge to break all the statues. I hope not. Again, I feel kind of bad about it.